Hi guys, it's a nice sunny day, so I thought I'll do a nice ensemble of my favorite plants placed in this jardiniere. I like the texture and the antique look of the jardiniere, so it has a character on its own. That's right. So I go in with big pieces of brick. I place it right at the bottom. This is brick so that we need not water the plant so much. It holds moisture, it retains moisture, and this is a good looking piece, so you can keep it in your living room. So then you need not water it so often. That is why I use coal as well. These are all agents that retain moisture. Coco peat goes in, and I try and pack in all the crevices which will stabilize the plant. And finally, I throw in my garden soil. If you've been following me, my garden soil has manure and everything else that a plant needs, with all the rich nutrients of vermicompost, and everything gets mixed in together. I take a PVC pipe, and if you have a spray, you can color it green or brown so that it goes with the mood of the garden. And these are some loofah which my friend found in his neighbor's garden. So knowing me, I can turn out things with anything at all. So he thought he'll give it to me. So that's what I had it for some time, and I was wondering what to do with it. And finally, I found that if I cut out the center, I will have a sort of a pocket. So using that pocket with a little bit of soil in it, I can grow a plant, a very light plant, a very small plant, which does not need too much of soil. So there you go. You pick up your cutter, and you need to cut off the insides of it. It has three connections holding the core to the circumference of the loofah. That's right. So I'm using a nice strong cutter, and I just dig in and just keep cutting whatever you could. See how I'm turning it around and actually wrenching it out. And there you go, some seeds come out. You need to tap out the seeds. And as you go further, you see there are more seeds. So you just roll on it and see that you loosen the seeds inside so that they come out. So I'm tapping them and rolling them, and I've actually loosened the seeds. I'm cutting further to go a bit deeper, because you need at least about 10 inches to hold a plant, for the stability of the plant, and also to have sufficient soil in it. So I'm cutting. It takes a bit of time, so you need to be patient, and you need to have a strong, firm hand. So because I'm wrenching it out. It's a sort of a very coarse material, and it's connected right to the end. But see that you don't cut it right till the end, because then you'll get a hole on the other side. So we need to really tap out all the seeds. If not, you'll find something else growing in your loofah. So just be particular that all the seeds are out. Yes, I'm showing you the depth of it. It's pretty deep. Yeah, that's a good view. Yeah. So basically, I've made a sort of a pocket, and I've got this jute. I've just cut a piece of jute. It's a long strip. And also the jute string, which I picked up from Hindustan Trading Company. I went there to pick up a couple of brushes, because I also do a bit of art and painting. So I saw this jute there. So that's when I picked it up, and I think it's really coming of use now. So I don't want to show the plastic PVC pipe, so I cover it with jute, and I keep rolling the pipe. See that you turn in the top, that it goes in very neatly. Actually, I've doubled it, and now I get to roll it and covering the pipe. This should stay if the starting of it is really firm and taut. So just keep rolling, covering the pipe. In case you don't have any color spray or whatever, don't bother. Just cover the pipe with jute or any natural fabric. We are trying to be as natural as possible, but because the pipe was plastic, I thought I'll cover it with jute. So, and you need something strong to hold the loofah. So I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do with it after I finish this process. That's a surprise. I don't know if you've caught me out on that as yet, but yes, I'm using the twine and tying it. There you go. I've got my pipe covered, and now I'm trimming the jute because there are some raw edges which look a bit rough. So just trim it. Maybe they won't be seen later, but as much as you can. Now you pick up your loofah. Yeah, I've got a couple ready. So I pack it in with the soil. Here you need not put in any of the other stuff. You can just straight away go in with the soil because you're going to straight away put the plant in. And I find small plants, something really small that's not going to overgrow. That's right. So you place it in. This was a cutting, so it does not have any much of roots on it. There you go. You just pack it in and shake it right down to the end. That's right. See that the plant is stable. Whether you put it in a planter or you're placing it in a loofah or whatever container you use, the plant must always be stable. Only then it feels strong and it will grow in whichever area you put it. So it has to be stable. So once you pack it, yeah, that looks good. You place it in your tray and then pick up the next one. It's the same process. That's right. This is a plant which was already rooted, so I'm just repotting it. Yeah, push in the roots. See that the roots stay in. And then you pack in your soil. My soil has manure as well. So I have the vermicompost mixed with the soil. This is my favorite, the usual money plant which has to go in. If you've noticed, I've used different greens so that it makes your ensemble look interesting. This is a lighter color, another plant which has roots as well. So these are the ones that are going to pick up faster, and they're going to look up to you and look very happy sooner. The ones that do not have roots will have a little droop, but with a little bit of extra care and water every day, they'll look up as well. So these are different greens that I've used. So the pillar looks interesting as you build it. So those are all the plants. They're ready in the loofahs. Notice I've not sprayed any water on them as yet. And then you pick up your twine, also jute twine. Try not to have a very long piece because it gets knotted as you go. So I'm placing my loofah right on the top with my plant in it, and I wind the cord around. You have to be a little careful if you're doing it alone. You can place it on the floor and tie it right there. Yeah, that's good. I give it a double knot and there it goes. It's stable. That's right. And I pick up the other one. Okay, as of now, you can cut off the extra ends, and I pick up the other one and tie it the other side. One on the left and then one on the right. I'm not going to go around the pole. I just want to show only one side of the ensemble, so I'm just going to do it facing forward. Maybe I'll place the planter in the corner of a room. But see that it's in steps so that it goes one lower than the other. The whole idea is to expose the texture of the loofah. You're not trying to put plants that will cover the loofah. So yeah, that's what makes it interesting when you show off texture and when you let people see what you've used. These are all things that you find very easily at your marketplace or your dollar store, or yeah, things that you are not really using. These can be old loofahs that you don't really use, so you can mash it up into something like this. And there it goes. I place the pole right into the pot, right in the center, and I put in some bigger rocks so that I stabilize the pole. Yes, that looks good. Stability is very, very important. If it's not stable, it looks weak. Your arrangement will look weak. So you need to stabilize the thing really well. So I'm putting in smaller pebbles to fill in the cavities. And I thought it will look good as it is if I'm going to just fill it to the top just with pebbles. But then I really like to show more green, and the more greenery in the house, the better. So there goes. I'm going to use my other favorite, which is the snake plant. I've got a few. So I thought I'll line the bottom with snake plant. So there goes the remaining of the soil, and I've got some more. So I put in some more soil and cover the bottom. That's it. Yeah. That looks good. That's right. And then I place the snake plant, the small ones in front. That's right. They need to be arranged well, so when you look at it, your plants should face you. Yeah, you can have a conversation with them if you want, but you may sound crazy, so you might as well just let people view it and let them view it the right way. I love the depth that this plant gives, because you can just look through the leaves and see the depth in the plant. And even when you water it, you see that the water just goes down to the root. It's designed in such a way where you just mist the plant and the droplets go right down to the root. So that's another one I'm placing. That's already got roots, so I'm placing the roots in and covering the roots with soil. So there you go. That looks good. Please see that you turn the whole thing around and you see that it's well balanced. Yes, that was a small gap I saw there, so I put in a small one. And the younger plants are a lighter green, so they look good. Please see that you cover all the roots with soil. Roots should not be exposed, because it dries the plant and the plant doesn't look really good. I think we are done. That's it. There's my ensemble in my textured jardiniere, and that looks good. So you can do this yourself. You can put in your favorite plants, and it adds such a beautiful thing to the atmosphere in the room. Yeah, I say thing. So see you guys, and catch you in my next video.